2 days ago, my partner said our relationship is finished. I believe in 100% transparency, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit here and say, blah, 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 everything is fucking wonderful or whatever,
yes.
right? She just said, I don't love you anymore. I want you to leave, and everything's finished. And try to be me, okay? I'm trying to like I said, are you sure? Are you okay? Do you want to discuss this? Do you need time? And she said, no, I'm 100% sure. I've decided. And I said, well, it's a bit of a shock for me. Can you give me 24 hours to process, at least, to think? And can we talk again about this?
Yes.
And so we talked again yesterday morning, and she said, I'm 100% sure that this is the situation. It's over. I want you out.
Okay.
And so I said, okay, I'm gonna spend a few days with my parents to process this, because it's a little bit crazy. Because why should I leave? Why should I leave? Why don't you leave if you're not happy? But that's just that's really not important. Anyway, so yeah, great. 12 years of my life has now been wrapped up and thrown away and burned and destroyed in the last 2 days. So I don't think that helps. I think what helps in most situations is being open, being honest, and being transparent. And we've talked about this before. Like if you're in a business meeting and you don't feel 100% focused or healthy, I think it's okay to say, look, I'm not totally focused or healthy today because I've got life that I'm that I'm dealing with, because it's a roller coaster of things. But it's really the only thing I can think about is my kids. These are my questions as well. Like, are you sure that you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Do you need help? Would you like me to go to should we go to like a counselor and talk about something? Do you want me to go to a counselor and talk about something? Right? Yeah. No. I've decided. Okay. Right. Every plan, every option, every vision, every idea about what is normal has now changed. So kids were all very upset.
Yes. It's so I don't know what I should say. I'm shocked.
No.
Really, it's I'm totally surprised. Really, totally surprised.
Everyone is. My parents are shocked. My friends are shocked. People who know my family are shocked. I'm shocked. The kids are shocked. Also, that there's no discussion, right? There's no discussion about things that need to improve or things that need to change or things that need to get better. It's quite an extreme. It's quite an extreme situation. So wow. Yeah, well, that's my sort of position on it, which is, did you did you think? Are you sure you're doing the right thing? What is the reason for this? She said, I'm not happy. I'm like, well, we all go through periods of time when we're not happy about certain things. The kids ask the same question, why this? And she's like, I'm not happy. I'm like, oh, okay. And you can't force people. Like, you got to respect their choices and their options or decisions. But here's the thing, right? 3 days ago, I was planning the rest of my life in one direction. Now none of that is real. None of that is real. Now, this can happen to people in their professional life as much as their personal life, right? People work. People can go into their job, and the boss can say, "Oh, I need to talk to you," and the boss can be like, "You're fired," whatever, right? And so these shocking things can happen, or it is funny. It's interesting because the focus of my work over the last few weeks has been appreciate what you have. Love. Appreciate what you have, what you hold, what you've got, what's close to you. Love that thing because that in the extreme example, anybody could die tomorrow, right? It's shit happens in life, and
but if I remember, you had some common project as well on which you were working together, if I remember correctly.
There were lots of things. There were lots of things, and there's still. Well, apart from life, right? Life being a common project that you work on together.
Yes. I'm talking from the business, but life is coming. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, a good number. I don't know exactly what percentage or how much, but a lot of her contacts and clients came through my work in Slovakia. They needed translations and stuff, and I think it's interesting to talk about this because it affects a lot of different things, right? Because my life is an open book to everybody around about me. I don't
but
I don't hide anything. Right.
Yeah, I am not talking about it, but that somebody doesn't feel comfortable to talk about everything from their life.
Oh yeah, but yeah, exactly. But under that, the thing that you're not comfortable talking about is the thing that you need to talk about. Right. That it's always the case. Yeah, because we need to give everybody that we communicate with as much focus as possible. We need to we need to give them our attention, and if we've got something else on our mind, it's really difficult to give them our attention. And quite a few years ago, I decided that I was just gonna tell everybody everything and let it be, well, whatever it is. And I think that there's a question about work-life separation. There are some things from work you don't want to take into your home life, and there are some things from your home life you don't want to take into your work. But I don't see any great benefit in trying to hide stuff or bury stuff or put stuff to the side, because if there's something that I need to improve, if there's something that I need to make better, then it's not going to happen if I don't communicate with people and talk with people about it and get feedback, right? This is another problem in life, a rather large problem, and it's one of the biggest I've ever had to deal with, and I don't think there's any great benefit in me not communicating about a giant problem to people, right? Because if you've got pain in your finger or something, it's like you're not going to tell somebody there's pain in your finger. What's the point, right? But if there's a don't know if the world's going to explode. You might as well communicate about it because that's reality. That's real life, and that connects back to what we talked about before, which is when there's things that go wrong in companies, or companies do surveys and they only present the positive information they get back from the surveys. Yeah, it's like you missed the point.
Yeah.
Right. It's we I think we know what's good. It's what's bad, what we need to improve that we need to work on, which is my philosophy and why this situation is so frustrating a little bit for me, because I'm pretty sure that we can fix most problems if we want, and there's a key point. Yeah. Two key questions to ask someone: what do you want, and how much do you want it? Yeah, because what do you want is just straight to the chase. You want to do this job, how much do you want to be paid for it? What do you want? And you can then look at how realistic things are, and how much do you want it? Because if you want it, if you want something but you don't want to put the energy and the work into it, you're not going to get it, right? You're not going to get success. You're not going to get to where you want to go. And so, these are the questions that I ask my partner. What do you want? She said, I want to be happy. I can't be happy here. Okay. I said, I want to work on this. She said, I don't want to work on this. I said, that's a problem. Because if you don't want to fix what is broken, obviously something is broken, either in myself or in her or between us. If you don't want to fix what is broken, you can't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere, right? If the car doesn't drive by itself, right? It's either driven by a person, or it's programmed to drive somewhere, but it doesn't drive by itself. It's a self-driving car. That's like it's funny, right? So yeah, if you can't move that mountain. I don't want to do it. Okay. Well, two options then. Either you change that, or I force you, and I don't want to persuade someone to do something that they don't want to do. Yeah, and isn't that the worst thing when someone says, I don't want to talk about it? It's just like, because it's still there. It's still there. It's like, I don't want to talk about it. It's still there. It doesn't change the fact that it's gone away. It doesn't change the fact that it has to be dealt with. It doesn't change the fact that people have to communicate about these complications and things. So